Hey, everybody. I seem to have some strange glare. I don't know if you see it, but well, that's all right. Let's see. Maybe if I stand here. What do you got to say, folks? Who here can tell me about the 100 monkey effect? Well, I didn't know what it was. Now, I heard about this for years. The, I mean, it would come up. I'd be listening, somebody talking, and blah 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 100 monkey effect, blah 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 blah, like that, right? And it was always over my head because I didn't know what the 100 monkey effect was. Well, I was listening to Mr. Metaphor, Mr. Juan O'Saven, or Juan O'Savin. I don't want to butcher his name. I'll just call him Mr. Metaphor. And he was explaining about the 100 monkey effect. So apparently, on an island where the monkeys are being observed, a monkey found a piece of fruit in the water, and the sand was off it. And from there, the monkeys started taking their fruit to the water and washing the sand off it. And this was obviously something visually observable by the other monkeys on that island. Well, apparently, when it got to 100 monkeys, or about 100 monkeys, that have adopted this uh, way of getting the sand off of their fruit, monkeys on islands hundreds or thousands of miles away that weren't visually seeing this. There was no telegraph communication. There was no news story for these monkeys. There was no phone call. They just started doing it. That's collective consciousness. These monkeys, if they got a pineal gland, I'm guessing they do, it's not all calcified. They haven't been fed fluoride. We have been dumbed down, toxified, poisoned, MK Ultra brainwashed, fed lie after lie after lie. Why? To take away our powers. If that's my opinion, is to take away our powers. We are more powerful than we can imagine. You think about guys like the Rain Man. You think about people that got photographic memories. You think about this guy who can do math calculations faster than a calculator. You got people doing all kind of amazing things. Children today are being taught to see without their eyes. Children between the age of 5 and 12 years old who have not been indoctrinated to being brainwashed that things are impossible, that you need your eyes to see, that if you don't have your eyes, you can't see. Well, children have imagination. Children are not poisoned. Children have high vibration. Children are learning to see without their eyes. Not just see like we see. We see where we're looking. I can't see the back of my head. If I hold my hand like this, well, on the screen, I can see this side. But if it wasn't for the screen, I couldn't see that side. I'd have to turn it around like this to see that side. Now I don't see the other side. But when you're seeing with your pineal gland, you can see from different vantage points. So in the testing, somebody will be sitting across from one of these young children. And so they're face to face. And the adult has got a piece of paper and a clipboard or whatever and starts to draw a picture. The kid will tell him what he's drawing. The kid can take and draw the same dang picture. The kid has no. They're playing catch. They're kicking the ball back and forth. They are learning to see without their eyes. So you remember the old kung fu shows, and they had the blind man, the old blind kung fu guy, always wearing the white outfit, and he'd get into these battles, hand-to-hand combat, and win. Nobody could strike him. He's got no eyes, but he could see. These are the kind of powers that we possess. We probably possess the powers to regrow our limbs and our organs. We probably possess the ability to live for a long, long, long time. But they've got us so, as collectively, as a whole, we are so toxified, so calcified, that I can tell you about the Americans Notice of Liability. I can make a video where I go into the sheriff's department and own my authority, go in there as a prosecutor. I can show you in the Constitution where you have the right to the courts. What court? Any court. I show you and show you and show you. I do it myself. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you what I have done, why I've done it, how to do it. I share everything freely. There ain't no subscription here. I got no merchandise for sale. I'm not here to report the news and give you my opinion on it. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be free. I want you to own your authority. I don't want you living in fear. How come I can show you and show you and show you and show you, and you don't act? Or you can't comprehend it? Or you can't believe it? But monkeys can learn how to wash the sand off the fruit and transmit that information hundreds or thousands of miles away to monkeys on another island because of their vibration, because of their connective consciousness, because of their ability to communicate with their surroundings. We can't communicate with each other. Now, look, women, Ladies, don't get pissed off at me for what I'm about to say. I don't take it the wrong way. I'm not, I'm saying this to make a point. As a rule, when men talk, we talk in a straight line like this. When women talk, it's like this. So maybe I just fictitiously call up my friend. Hey, Billy Bob, you want to go to the game tonight? All right, cool. I'll pick you up about 7. All right. See you then. All right, woman. Hey, Mary, you want to go to the concert tonight? Oh, I think I broke a nail. Oh, did you hear what Julie said? But okay. See, men, we talk in a straight line. Women, round. So I've observed. I got married at 19. I'm still married. All right. I'd observe my wife with these women, and they, and I swear to God, at the end of it, none of them knew what the other one said because it's just it's all nonsense. I got somebody here in the live chat. I should put my glasses on. Prairie, I think that's how we pronounce it. Hello. Um, Lost because of fluoride in the water. I don't watch the news. Oh, careful. Laugh out loud. Oh, careful about what? Oh my God, broken nail. Come on now. Well, look, I just don't know what I think you're with me. Women will, but that's what they do. You're beautiful, ladies. We love you. We couldn't exist without you. You take 100 women, put them on an island with 10 men. Come back in 100 years, you'll have a thriving population. You take 10 transgenders and put them on an island, or 100 transgenders and put them on an island with 100 men, come back, or 10 men, come back 100 years later, you'll have 110 skeletons, is what you'll have. Women, we need you. You're beautiful. We love you. You drive us crazy. It's hard for us to understand you, but we love you. We need you. So don't take it the wrong way. I'm not knocking women. So, all right, Prairie, I'm good. I'm glad we're on track. So the point here is 100 monkeys, the 100 monkey effect. They communicated across vast distances without a telephone, without a radio, without a newspaper, without any type of modern day communications. They did it with consciousness. We are being ruled by some type of satanic, evil, demonic force. In my opinion, everything seems to point to that. And we live in fear as a collective and cower in fear as a collective. Give up our unalienable, unalienable rights as a collective. And when someone stands and shows you what to do, you don't do it. And you get, I'm going to say idiots. Anybody teaching you to put anything into that system, in my opinion, is a fool, is an idiot, is an enemy of yours. You put something into that system, you just stepped into their jurisdiction. That's the enemy's jurisdiction. That's British agents, esquires, titles of nobility, the henchmen, the guards for the dark, evil cabal. They're idiots. They're destroying themselves. They're destroying their families. They're destroying their friends. But they just keep taking that paycheck. Everyone's afraid to stand. Not everyone. The vast majority, 99.9999999999999% afraid to stand. Afraid to say no. Afraid to say, Prairie, you saw me on MCC. Is this your first time getting to know me? That I got to thank MCC, Michigan Constitutional Crusader, gave me a platform. The very first one to give me a platform. Nobody wants to give Ethan a platform because they live in fear. Nobody. I've been pushing for years. And I'm getting close to 300 videos now. And Prairie, you can YouTube hides my videos. Before I could go live, I had to pre-record my videos and then upload them. A 20-minute video would take me 12 to 14 hours to upload. Once I got the ability to go live, I stopped doing the pre-recorded because once the live is done, it's uploaded, it's done. And my computer isn't tied up, my phone's not tied up. Yet, if you go to my YouTube channel, and I think you'll see recent videos, most popular videos. But if you want to see the majority of my videos, you got to look for that little faint down arrow. Little faint down arrow, I believe it'd be over on the right-hand side. Click that and then click live. And that'll get you to the vast majority of my videos where I've read my court cases. My court cases are available for you for your own research, for your own study, to use as templates for your own, if that's what you choose to do. I've read them. I've called out these parasites. And everybody runs from Ethan, except the Constitutional Crusader stood up and put that video out. And in about 5 hours, close to 1,000 views, comments. I was well over 100 comments, a lot of great comments. So my hat's off to the Constitutional Crusader. And I'm hoping that the 100 monkey effect is going to kick in. That you people are going to own your authority. That you will go to oralhealthwithcannabis.com, go to the services page, go to the documents section, and download that Americans Notice of Liability. There's 2 of them there. One of them will say coroner. If you want to be coroner, choose coroner. In Michigan, we don't have coroners. No, the corporate government eliminated our coroner. We have medical examiners. Well, they have medical examiners. I don't have any of that shit because I ain't part of that damn system. Oralhealthwithcannabis.com on the services page. Americans Notice of Liability, facilitate it, make it your own. You're going to have to put your name, put the proper date, your county, your state, and then facilitate it with a public notary as a notary certificate, jurat certificate. That's what it is, a jurat certificate, because what you're doing is you are opening up court, a high court, an Article 3 court, and you're making claims. Anyone going to go against those claims is going to have to do it in a court of law, not a fiction district court, not a fiction circuit court, not a fiction federal court, but a court of law, an open court, a public court, where you can have cameras, where you can have papers, where you can have reporters, where it's not hidden. And you own your authority. And the best way, I say, the best way for you, one of the best ways for you to use that Americans Notice of Liability, excuse me, is to is to serve it on. Goodness gracious. All right, I'll be right with you. In my opinion, the best way for you to use that Americans Notice of Liability is to serve it on your sheriff. You walk in there into his lobby, under his audio, under his video, serve that Americans Notice of Liability. I recommend you take somebody with you as a witness, and you record the whole damn thing yourself. And you don't just serve it on that sheriff, you order him. You order him to contact all the bylaw police in his county. That's village police, city police, state police, township police, private police, federal. You let them all know. Road piracy has ended in this county. We're not going to stand for it 1 second longer. All they're doing is human trafficking. Every traffic citation is human trafficking. They order you into these courts, human trafficking. But you don't get it. You don't know. Oh, no, that's the law. Oh, you got to listen to the police. You got to listen to the judge. When was the last time there was a trial by jury? Not in your lifetime. Jury trial. You don't even know the difference, do you? Most of you. Trial by jury. 12 judges on a panel. The one that you want to think is a judge in the black robe is there for order of the court, and that's it. Jury trial. 12 jurors to decide your guilt or innocence, period. Then one man, male or female, and today way too many of them are female, and they're man haters, and they're there to divide the family, take that masculine man out of the house. So you got kids raised by the woman. Men, boys don't have a man figure. They don't grow up to be men. Soy boy, skinny jean, and all the men that they encounter in their life are living in fear. They go to school, all their teachers are women. They're surrounded by women. Boys can't play with toy guns and toy bow and arrows. They can't even point their finger. Go bang, bang, bang. But you got grown men, transgenders, going into the women's bathroom. And you're all right with this. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I don't understand. Got somebody finally, like Matt, brave enough to put my message out. I'm so thankful. And I invited Matt out here for round 2 because I have so much to say. And I was a little out of my element. A couple of guys on the other side of the camera and their interactions happening. And there's a little, it was fine. I loved it. It was great, but I was out of my element. So a little bit of distraction for me. And I didn't know how much time I had. It was the first time I met Matt. I didn't know how much of my story that he knew. And when he got here, I started talking because, like I said, I don't know what he knows, and I want to make sure he knows what he's getting into. And I'm a half hour, 45 minutes into talking with this man. He says, should I be recording this? And I'm like, well, that's what I want. So it was shortly after that we set up and we got into it. And so I was able to say a lot. I was able to get a lot out, but there's a lot more that needs to be said. There's a lot more that the people need to know. And so that's what I'm here to do. Well, I finally learned about collective. Gosh, Chinada. Is Chinada a real place, or is that like a nickname? I'm up in Chinada. So is that north of Kalkaska? It doesn't matter. I'm just curious, Prairie. But I'm glad you're here. Glad you're making comments. A lot of my videos don't get comments because people are afraid that if they support me in any way, shape, or form, that the FBI is going to come get them. Fuck the FBI. The FBI has no jurisdiction over you unless you give it to them. And we are under martial law. We are at war. We have 2 governments operating simultaneously. So you need to be very careful, people. You need to be smart. Nobody needs to fall on the sword. And it's an information war full of disinformation. And you still got a lot of bad actors and you got a lot of idiots out there. So for those of you who haven't woken up, for those of you who refuse to wake up, for those of you that are so paralyzed with fear that you refuse to stand, it won't be too long and you'll be able to take a big sigh of relief because it's all going to be, you're going to get a red pill enema. You are going to get constitutionally bitch slapped until you can't take it anymore. The things you're going to learn are going to blow you away. There's going to be one gut punch after another. It's going to make you sick. Some of you ain't going to be able to deal with it. But this is a step we got to take. We got to move through this. So I'm looking for the next available platform. Dr. Shiva, Truth, Health, Freedom Fighter, going to tell you 31 things about cannabis. He won't tell you about me. He won't talk with me. I got his phone number. I've talked with the man twice. Wants to know, can he call me right back? Yep, you can call me right back. Truth, Health, Freedom Fighter. I got on one of his lives. He's doing a YouTube. I got in the live. He was talking about gut brain health. I asked, why does cannabis rejuvenate gum tissue? and he's answering questions in the live chat, and he answered mine. He made a big mistake. All of a sudden, he's stammering, stumbling, tripping all over his tongue. And then says, but we got to be careful about the THC. We got to be careful about the THC. Fuck you, Dr. Shiva. Truth, health, freedom fighter. And now you're running for president. You're nothing but a shill, in my opinion. Let's see. Prairie says, Canada. Right on. China. Yeah. All right. I'm with you. China. I got it. Seen some of Lieutenant Steve Rogers, who is putting SOS for us up here, as we had the bill C-11 passed the other day, internet censorship. We are in trouble. And then it says THC is good to me. I like that. THC is good to me. THC is good for me. THC, how sweet it can be. Well, on marijuana, there's virtually no THC. That's right. And all that packaging they're putting out, you got all these scientists, you got all these marketing experts, you got seed to sale tracking, federal oversight, state oversight, and yet that package is full of misinformation, false advertising, and everybody's just fine with it. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Because they're going to tell you THC content. 21% THC content. And then it'll have a little asterisk. And then that asterisk down below, it says values may vary plus or minus 10%. So what the hell is it? If it says it's 21%, is it 31%? Is it 11%? Is it something between 11 and 31? You idiots. There ain't no THC in that shit. Fucking morons. THC doesn't grow on a marijuana plant. If it does, it's very, 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 very little, small amount, trace amount. What grows on that marijuana plant is THCA, not THC. So some attorneys got the DEA to make a determination that marijuana seeds can be classified as hemp because there's no THC. So you can sell marijuana seeds. That's a DEA's determination. There's no law on it. Well, you fucking morons. THC's your whole deal. There's no THC on a marijuana plant until you do this. There's some THC. There in the smoke. There's some THC. From that coal all the way back to here, there ain't no THC. Brilliant scientist. Brilliant attorneys. Brilliant politicians. Brilliant marketers. All got their heads so far up their backside, a belly button glass wouldn't do them any good to see the light of day. It's legal here. Mine is around 30%, so it says. Yeah, see? Well, that's the problem. We have been slaved into legality. What about lawful? This is lawful. Am I hurting anybody? Am I causing any harm? Oh, but for my safety, you need to destroy my freedom, destroy my liberty, and put me in a stinking rape cage. My servant. My servant. Your servant. Because you have THC, which has never killed anybody. And you got THC for your safety, you're going to prison. First, you're going to jail. Then you're going to court. You got kids, too bad. They don't need a dad. You got a wife, too bad. She don't need a husband. You got a husband, too bad. He doesn't need you at home taking care of the kids and cooking meals and cleaning the house. Or your second income. The kids don't need mom or dad because they need mom and dad need to be safe. They need to be safe in a rape cage. Denied their liberty and their freedom and their prosperity and their right to industry and all other rights. And you people are all just fine with this, aren't you? Because you keep going along with it. You keep renewing that driver's license. You have the right to travel. I put my vehicle in the private. I took my title and I facilitated it. I own my straw man. All right, look. Anybody does anything in that system, you're committing treason, you're participating in a fraud. You voted for President Trump or President Biden, you just committed treason against your country. Think about that. That's how dumbed down we are. That's how stupid we are. Now, you have been brainwashed. Your mom and dad have been brainwashed. Your grandparents have been brainwashed. Your great grandparents, a generational brainwashing and manipulation. And the entire system, our entire way of life, everything is infiltrated. Everything is infiltrated. You only have one monetary system that's accepted. You're trapped with that. Everything that's been built around you, you're boxed in. Once you wake up and you go along with it, now you're guilty. Now you go along with it, but you say, I do not agree with this. I do not consent to this. This must change. Here's my fiat dollars. Give me my stuff. Here's your stuff. Give me my fiat dollars. All right, you're trapped. You're trapped in the system. But you don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. Now, why we can't get a right to travel, right to carry caravan together, I am clueless. I'm absolutely clueless. In the Constitutional Crusaders video today, somebody in a comment made a comment about the auditors being lone wolves and they need to get together. There is strength in numbers. That comment is absolutely correct. I've been saying this. Now, with that in mind, a couple of months ago, I contacted Constitutional Crusader, invited him up here to Kalkaska, and I was going to go stand at the Treasury window and put the Kalkaska County Treasurer in my court. Because I abrogated my land taxes, but these tyrants, they don't care. So they're going to send their clowns and costumes out here, and they're going to go through forfeiture, and they're going to take my property. They have disabled me. They have defamed me. They have put me in poverty. They have tortured me. They have kidnapped me. They on and on and on, and it doesn't stop. To this day, it doesn't stop. And they want me dead. They want me silenced, or they want me put away. Well, I don't. I die hard, and I'm not going away. And I'm gonna keep on coming. I'm gonna keep on bringing it. So I was invited to Constitutional Crusader up here. I was going to go stand in front of that Treasury window, and I've got some contact from downstate in another area, and there's a group of auditors, and I think I had three, maybe four of them that committed to come up here. So I was feeling good about that because I tell you all, be safe. Don't fall on the sword, right? Because these bastards, these parasites, they'll trump up charges. They'll violate your rights. They'll do and once they got you in cuffs in that rape cage, what are you going to do? You're really screwed. So don't fall on the sword. Well, the group of auditors downstate canceled. And the word I got back was, look, man, it ain't going to do anybody any good to be in jail. Well, it was very disappointing for me because there we had fear ruling. All right, I reached a point where my cojones grew 10 times their size that day. I was ready. But there was a recent event. Back then where there was a team of auditors, like 5 auditors who were doing an audit, and the authorities came and arrested them all. So that I think that put a little fear into the group. Well, Constitutional Crusader, my hat's off to you. Thank you for putting that video out. And hopefully, I'm trying to dodge the lines. I've got these, I don't know, like rainbow lines, 3 of them coming through the screen. I have no idea why. I got to thank the Constitutional Crusader. Thank you. Hopefully, we broke the matrix today. Because there no truther, old David Nino Rodriguez, Mr. Fearmonger, that's what I call him. Mr. Badass, Mr. Tough Guy, tells you, what does he say? Get your God confidence. Says that everybody gets a voice on his platform. He's a lying, two-faced piece of shit. I'm on a first name basis with that parasite. He text messaged me, want me to buy into his stuff. He won't tell you my story. He's denying you the truth. He wants to tell you what a great guy he is. Truther after truther, refusing to tell you. You know what that is? That is compliance in a crime. To know a crime and not report a crime is a crime. To give aid and comfort to the enemy is treason. To give aid and comfort to a criminal is criminal. To know a crime and not report a crime is a crime. To be enslaved and participate in that slavery once you know you're enslaved and not resist is, what's the word for that? I don't know what word I want to use. Our forefathers had a word for that. Well, it's slavish. That's what our forefathers said. That's slavish. to not own your authority, to not own your rights, not stand up. So, in my opinion, Derek Johnson is a guy to listen to. Derek Johnson is a guy to study. And you should come to the same conclusion that I have. We are under martial law. There is a continuity of government that is in place, has been in place. We are under reconstitution of the executive branch, reconstitution of the judicial branch, reconstitution of the executive branch, reconstitution of our America, United States. It's in devolution. There's a global alliance to take down this evil, corrupt system that has enslaved the entire planet. So the beautiful thing is, a lot of brave men have done a lot of awesome things. There's a great concerted effort going on behind the scenes, but this is 5D chess. This is war. And you need to welcome the military. We can't be thinking when the military called, when it's martial law is called and we got military on the street, that they're our enemy. They're not. They're here to save you. Is my opinion. That's what I think. Hopefully I'm right. I believe I'm right. Time's going to tell. So at any rate, I don't want to be overly long-winded. Clean your pineal glands, people. Own your authority. Pay attention. Hold these parasites to account. You know I'm fighting for you. You know I love you. And I'll be back soon. All right. Have a great night. Great day.